Cheers. Well, welcome everyone to our holiday party, our holiday edition of WineThyme. It's December already. Can you believe it? Where's the year gone? This is crazy.
I don't know. You like blink and it's
So,
gone.
I don't know about you, but I have not started my Christmas shopping yet. So today we are here to help you with that. They're going to help me with that, as a matter of fact. We're going to talk about awesome wine and wine accessory gifts, and maybe a cookbook or two thrown in there.
A cookbook? What?
Oh, right? So, Carolyn, it's a little crazy at your store already.
It is. So I know that we covered in our last episode a lot of wine and food pairings, but this time I thought we'd talk about gift-giving ideas.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I love it.
Okay.
Because who doesn't love wine?
Well, I think alcohol is, as my husband says, it's always in style. Everybody loves it. I don't know one person that doesn't, but maybe there's a few out there. I don't know.
They're probably not watching this.
Well,
No.
if they don't like wine, then we don't want to really talk to them anyway.
But it's always in style, and there's different price points that you can do for gifts.
Right.
So I think, a lot of people, when they're going, and there's dinner events and there's parties, and they always come in and they just say, I need to show up with something.
Right.
But I don't know what they drink.
Right.
And
That's the
so that
number one
makes it
thing
very
I hear.
difficult.
Yeah, I always say that on tastings. I need to buy my boss a gift, but I know he drinks wine. I don't know what to get him. Yeah. Or, I need to buy my associates and, whatever it is, and I don't know what to get them. Or
So the easy thing is just to spend a lot of money, right?
Yes.
And wow them. But
$100 bottles, perfectly fine.
But the cool thing is, you mentioned, there are amazing bottles in every price point. And I think it's even, anybody can spend, a lot of people can spend a lot of money. But what's cool is when you spend less money and bring a stupid good bottle.
A surprise
right?
bottle. I love those little finds.
Well, and they are, you have, we've got Taurasi, Prosecco.
The Prosecco. Yeah, that's under Santa Margarita, right?
That's a Santa Margarita brand, so it's vegan, just so everybody knows, and sustainable. But it's in a little ice jacket. It's for the holidays only, and it was a stupid good price for you.
It's under $15.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong if you take a bottle of sparkling into somebody at a party.
I think more people need to drink sparkling. And like we
Right,
said in another
sparkle.
episode, I think Prosecco's really changed that. You don't have to drop, $60 for a French champagne. You can show up with a beautiful Prosecco.
Yeah.
You could show up with a beautiful Chardonnay.
Yes, you
You
could.
could.
Right?
So we also selected, it's our holiday edition. We do have a few friends with us drinking some great wine over there. And we selected a couple of our favorite bottles. So before we get into this, how hard was it for you to pick your favorite bottles?
Not
Hard.
Okay, it was really hard for me.
It was really hard. It's like picking your favorite child. I'm always like, well, what are we eating that day? What are we
I know.
doing?
Yeah,
I know.
What are we?
Yeah.
Everybody always says, "What are you drinking?" I'm like, "On what day?"
Well, true, true.
And
what
what am
time
I
of
eating?
year? What are you eating? Yeah. But
But-
just to sit and have a glass, if you've watched this show before, you know that this is my go-to.
If you
so.
ever need to bribe Gwen,
Always.
And
it's right there.
let's just throw this out, Ron Bauer, if you ever want to sponsor us, because Gwen really talks about you a lot.
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
So this is a beautiful bottle. Everybody has Ron Bauer over there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This is just, to me, it's so gorgeous and balanced, and it's buttery, and it has a hint of oak, and it's, I try more expensive bottles, and I'm not saying that this is inexpensive but I just always come back to this wine. For
Well,
my
and I
palate,
love the fact that I give you a lot of Chardonnays to try, and I'm
You
always
do.
like, okay, tell me what you think.
Right, and
Because
it
you
always
love
compared to-
Chardonnay. And she does, and she's always like, well, this is a little, and there's so many there's different styles of
Well,
Chard.
and
Yeah.
for her, it's the Ron Bauer scale.
Exactly.
On the Ron Bauer scale, do you like this Chardonnay? It's just slightly below Ron Bauer, but it's still drinkable.
right.
I think that was the last one we tried. It was like, well, it's no Ron Bauer, but it's close.
Well, there's
It was
great
double the
bottles.
price, I think, too.
And there's different ones at different price points. Absolutely. This is a recognized name, but there are several Chardonnays that you could show up with, and Chardonnay is perfect with a lot of meals. I mean,
Yeah,
definitely
It is-
turkey,
it's
mashed
a great
potatoes.
gift.
So
Yeah.
It really is a great gift because most people will drink a Chardonnay, even if it's not their favorite wine. But even if you have people who like sweet wines, they'll go ahead and drink a Chardonnay. Even if you have people who like dry wines, they'll go ahead and drink a Chardonnay.
Yeah, and we're just sitting here snacking on some gorgeous French Brie, which is fabulous with the Chardonnay. And then we just got this new product in today. Oh my gosh, ridiculously good. It's a cranberry relish with Grand Marnier.
So good.
Add Grand Marnier and I'm there.
Pillow with that Brie. Yeah.
So
And
that was
you know, it's kind of fun to bring, not just a bottle of wine, but bring a basket, bring some cheese, bring some fabulous crackers, bring some of that grape jam.
Well, and you sell this, right?
We do. We just got it today, as a matter of fact.
That is really good.
And that's
But like
very
you said,
unique and something different.
you have
And-
this cranberry pear fruit vinegar. I mean, you've got all kinds of
It's
these
a
little.
balsamic. It's really fun to splash over cheeses too. And while we're talking about our favorite wines and gifts, if you want to put it together, one of my favorite wine accessories is a foil cutter. This thing is just great. If you're used to taking like a knife to cut around the foil, get one of these instead. This is actually made by Le Creuset, and I love it because it's nice and sturdy. And you just literally put it on top of the bottle, give it a twist, and pinch it, and the foil
It does
comes
make
right
it
off.
easier to open the bottle.
And I think, $15 or something.
I was gonna say, and they're not very much. And you
No.
get that, you throw that in your little gift basket, and you can't go wrong.
So now that we've talked about our favorite whites, each of us in this episode had to select a wine, and Nikki has selected hers.
Now, fair.
We have not tried this yet,
Wow.
I'm excited.
And
so
just-
this is new for us.
Just a little note for those of you who I work with who watch the video. We don't sell this, but this is one of those that trained me about wine, and so
Oh, that's cool.
I was lucky enough to get my hands on a bottle. Thank you, Carolyn, for helping me get my hands on a bottle. It is one of my husband's and my favorite. I love a good Taurasi. Taurasi is a area near Napoli, in the Campania region, and it's Italy. Well, I figured Napoli. Well, I guess you could have like Napoli, Florida, but whatever. Anyway,
They're not making this wine in Florida.
no.
No,
This is an Italian wine. It's a southern wine. It is the Ionico grape, frequently mispronounced because it does start with an A, but they do age it in oak, and when it's aged in oak from the Taurasi region, they call it a Taurasi. Master Berendino is one of the oldest winemaking families in that region, and so they've been making Taurasi for I don't know how many years, but it's just a beautiful wine.
so
But-
she's been telling me forever. She's like, you need to find it. You need to find it. I found it.
Yes.
You haven't tried it.
I have not tried it, and there's other
buildup
ones that
is-
they have that I have in my store.
Because this is a 2011, we want to go ahead and aerate it a little bit. So we thought of another great gift to give people for the holidays.
Yes. You know what? I love this thing.
Cute.
It's an aerator.
It's so tiny for an aerator. They're usually so big, and
I know, this
love
is
that thing.
so user friendly. So it's some of them you have to hold and then over the glass and then you pour it over,
Right.
and I'm not coordinated. I mean, that's a pain in the butt. So when I found this one, because I would love to say I have time to decant things, for an hour, I don't. It's usually last minute I'm running, and then I look at a bottle and go, ooh, I'm in the mood for that. This just, it just opens it up. It forces air through it. It just opens up the wine. Makes a
It's
huge
amazing.
difference.
I was gonna say, it's amazing the difference. It's kind of like wine games.
Yeah, you can smell it
Yeah.
immediately. And you can smell the age on us now. An aged wine, even though this is only a 2011, any wine that has a little bit of age on it, the longer the age, the darker the color, the more
And then you just
garnet color.
close it. Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's also going to have a little bit of more of a raisiny kind of smell or aroma, but you'll still pick up all the other stuff in that.
God, that's a really dark color.
Yeah, it's the darker the color, the better. Perfect tablecloth.
2011, you said?
This is an 11.
I'm thinking that you had this at Thanksgiving with your non-turkey, with your prime rib.
No, but I don't have a bottle of Taurasi in my house because they don't last long in my house. So I might have to
is
get
beautiful.
another one from Carolyn for the holidays.
I know where you can get one.
Just saying,
is lovely.
This is really good. So, shouts out to my peep who got this for me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So do you carry the aerator, Carolyn, in your store? Okay, good to know. What's kind of
It's
the price
under
point?
$20.
Nice.
Completely worth it. You rinse
Oh,
it
yeah.
out with water. Don't drink a bold red without it. It really.
Yeah.
Really
It
makes
saves
a difference.
time.
And especially if you're, if you
Because-
are going for a little higher price gift,
Well,
some of those deep dark cabs.
I'm just talking about my drinking, just the different bottles
But would
just
you-
for me.
So you just keep that in the car then all the time, right?
Would you aerate a $10 bottle is what I'm saying.
Probably. Probably
Well,
not.
they say
if
you
it's
should
a
aerate
cab,
all of them. Why
if it's a
not,
cab or something that's a bolder
They say
style,
you should
I
aerate
would.
all
I
the
would.
whites too. I mean, there's a big,
Yeah,
lot of
they
those-
do. A lot of the shards.
yeah, because they've been in that bottle, they get that bottle shot. So.
It's fun in class when we're pairing, a bold red. We'll have everybody take a sip
Oh, right when you open
before
it?
you aerate it.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
then we'll aerate it and try it again. And it is just
It's
amazing how
amazing.
much
Oh,
more
yeah.
open and smooth and just velvety.
You can
that
taste
wine
it. It's
is.
so flat when you
Yeah.
first open them, and then the notes start to come
Yeah, it
out.
really
so
does.
it really does make a difference. It's a fantastic gift for somebody that drinks wine. If you don't want to give them wine, give them something that'll help their wine.
And what the aerator really does, for people who aren't familiar with aerators, they do add the oxygen back in so that you are opening up those aromas. When you open up the aromas, because again, your first sense is the smell. It's just preparing your brain and your palate for that wonderfulness that's coming after
Yeah.
it. So it's just opening it up. It also does change the taste a little bit because it gives it a little bit more of an in-depth character. A little bit more character for your wine.
Yeah.
Nice, beautiful.
Yes. So, what would we What would we eat with this?
Oh, wow.
Wonderful aged wine.
Not giving it as a gift. I mean, you could always go with a bold cheese. Would be fab. I'm thinking like a aged gorgeous blue would be fab. This
Yes.
actually the smoked Gouda that we have
Yes.
would be great. A Gruyere. Yeah.
That mustard that you have.
Yeah, there's a
is
smoky
this
onion
what-
mustard.
This
is
is
the
the
champagne one too,
Yeah.
which would be really nice. This
The,
would be great
the
with
smoky one that
chocolates.
you have is really good too.
Yeah, this would be great with chocolates too. Let's give chocolates away.
Would you do your brownies that you gave us the
Oh
other
yeah,
day?
yeah. So in the cookbook, my new cookbook, How to Cook for Beginners, that just came out in November. We have some great recipes, and one of them you got to try this weekend were the chocolate chipotle brownies.
They're so good.
So they're fudgy and they have a little spice to them.
little bit of heat
And
on
of
the back
course,
end.
Some,
Yeah.
some
There was-
sweet. They would be great with this.
But you didn't know the heat. That was the thing. Like you would get there and you'd go, something a little different in there. But it wasn't like overpowering.
yeah, there was cinnamon too, so you had that kind of play between
Yeah.
the cinnamon and the chipotle.
So good.
Yeah.
Like just sinful. But they would go great
They
with this
would.
because you have those in-depth characters that
Yep.
come out in the wine too. So
Yep.
that would be a great pairing. And
Definitely.
anytime you want to bring those brownies to my house, you
Okay.
feel free to do that.
We could sit and have this wine with
There you go.
those brownies.
There you go. Ready to go on to the next? Or what
sure.
other gift deals do you guys have?
Oh gosh, what else do you have in your store? That would be fun.
Well, I'm going to show you one thing. So I'm going to slip over here and show you the caged wines.
Oh yeah, they're neat.
Oh, those are cool.
These are kind of neat. They are under $20. And, if you're giving like a couple or if you're taking them somewhere, the little caging it's already prepackaged.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of these. I mean, this is the Coppola, but there's a lot of other caged wines, especially from Spain and France. And
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, look for them.
They're pretty.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
The cage, you can actually spread the wires apart and just twist down pull it down and twist at the bottom so you keep the cage on there. But it's a very nice little gift thing.
Yeah.
Pretty bottles. We have some pretty bottles. Anything that you can find in the store that's just a pretty bottle, I think. And again, it's up to your price point.
Yep. Yep.
What would you say if you're giving it to, you're taking it for someone's party? Let's say they're having a party with a whole bunch of people. What kind of price point would you say?
How well do you know the people? Do you work for them? Do you? You know what I mean?
they're
There's a
just
lot of
friends.
factors
That's
involved.
true. But if they're
right?
but if they're friends, I would say that you're safe
just
doing
friends.
around $20.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if
Well,
it's
I think everybody has their own different price point. It's
Yeah.
it just depends.
Again, as long as the wine is good.
And
Yeah.
there
What does
is
it
an-
matter?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be afraid to try, a $15 to $20 bottle. I think you're safe if
Yeah.
you've never tried it before, or if you're not a wine drinker, which they're not listening to or watching our videos, so it wouldn't matter anyway what they think. Just kidding. Are we ready to move on to Carol's favorite?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Rounding
Carolyn.
out our three.
Yeah. What do we have?
So I thought it was classic. I had to pick a cab, but then the question was which one? Well, I had to pick one that I hadn't tried.
What do you mean? You pick one one you haven't tried.
Of course, because I love, it's a Napa Cab. How, I
We
mean,
went
You're
through
not gonna
her
go wrong.
store.
Yeah.
Through her store, we were picking different. I'm like, what about this one? What about this one? What about?
I almost brought a Beaujolais because I do love Beaujolais, and I know.
I'm sorry. I make
know.
the face.
I love Beaujolais, and this time of year, there's just some beautiful Beaujolais that are aged in oak that are just gorgeous. But then I'm like, wait a minute,
Cab.
I'm kind of in the mood for a cab.
Yeah.
So what'd you pick?
So I picked Rutherford Hill. This is a Napa Valley cab. There's also a Stag's Leap District from, no, that's Chalk Hill. That's something else I was
Yeah.
looking at too. Like I said, there was, I was going through my store going, no, yeah,
She went through a lot, but she settled on the Rutherford Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wonderful, amazing cab. Let's go ahead and give that a try.
dark fruits. Great color.
Wonder if this would go with that apple maple
Bacon jam.
bacon jam. That's a mouthful.
Apple
maple bacon jam.
Yeah.
Okay, look, did you guys look at the legs on this?
Yeah.
That's really cool. It is very, I mean, I have to say, I do love these glasses that we get from you.
Are they fun? They're ginormous.
Yep.
But I think if you're going to drink great wines, well, any wines, you should drink them in an elegant glass.
Well, but you should
Don't you
also
think?
drink in the. And I know people are gonna say that it doesn't make a difference, and it really doesn't unless you're really geeking out.
The shape of the glass?
Yes, but it does.
No, I think it does.
It does.
A Chardonnay and a Chardonnay glass does different than. A cab needs that air.
Yeah. And not that you need to have, like if you look online, there are 20 different glasses depending on the varietal. I don't think you need that, but it's great to have an awesome white, an awesome, like you say, glass for a deep red and a champagne.
Well, I'll tell you about your champagne.
Wait, can I
too.
just say I'm glad I brought this one because this is really good.
Good choice, girlfriend.
This is really good.
Of course, it's good.
She recommended
It's
it.
one of mine. Of course, it's good.
All right, continue. Sorry, I just had to say.
So I'm going
this
to tell
is
you
really
the
good.
difference in the champagne glasses. You ready?
Yeah. Oh, okay, go.
So you've seen the wide mouth,
The coupe glasses.
versus the long flutes.
Yeah.
And the flutes just keep your bubbles a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So the coupe, of course, make your bubbles fly. all
You know
over
what they're
the place.
shape of too, right? The coupe was designed
What?
a woman's bosom.
Really?
Was it? I never heard that.
Yep. Fun
Oh,
fact.
that's a
no
fun
one
fact.
share. Just saying.
Well, hey, we are full of fun facts today. So,
Anywho, back to what you were saying.
what are we pairing this with?
Well, wait. Oh, I thought you were gonna tell us more about the shape of the
No, just
difference.
that that's
Yeah.
a difference. That's a big
See,
difference.
I like the tall flute. It just feels more elegant to me.
I like the tall
Oh, with
flute.
the bubbles.
You know what though? The coupe I do like for champagne cocktails.
I could see that. Yeah. You could put some fun garnish.
Yeah. I also keep pointing in front of Carol, and I feel like I'm getting ready to pick her nose. Sorry.
I have my wine. I'm good.
She's like, that's all right. Whatever. Just leave me alone with my wine. What do we pair this with?
Well, we talked about chocolate in the last segment. And again, chocolate would be fabulous with this. And we have some really fun chocolates here that we partner. We love local. So we partner with Black Point Chocolatier over in Lexington Park. Dana and her team do phenomenal things.
Oh, they're
And
amazing.
if you've not tried them, you need to come here Saturday, December 7th. Nikki and I and Dana are doing a chocolate and wine pairing from 4 to 6. So
Oh, whatever. I'll be at work.
Nikki is bringing 4 phenomenal wines to be determined.
Yeah.
And we'll start. Dana's going to pick the chocolates, and then I think you'll pick the wines.
She picks the chocolates.
And,
I pair the wines.
yeah.
And
That
then,
sounds amazing.
and then after is
Yeah.
the Solomon's Christmas boat parade.
Lighted Boat Parade will be here,
Yeah.
and we have the best view in Solomon's
best.
Island. So hang out. The bar will be open, and
It's a good time.
Yeah.
So, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah,
It was
it's
so much
fun.
fun last year.
yeah, and you can always get tickets on our website, notimetocook.com, for the chocolate and wine pairing. The open deck is just free for all.
Well, since we're doing events, what do we have coming on at Patuxent Wine and
Oh,
Spirits?
yeah.
You mean
located
other
in
than the
Leslie.
everyday fun?
Yes.
No, we have. What's interesting is we're bringing back the Rodney Strong How to Be a Winemaker class.
Yes. Oh, but there's only limited seats, so if you are not the first 20, and I do mean 20, there is literally no room. It's 20, and that's it. And
Yeah.
you got to pay and be done because
It's
there's
very
20.
unique. It's not a typical wine and food pairing. You actually are blending these barrel samples that are
Yes.
not sold
Right.
outside of the winery, and you're creating your own red blend. So that's really neat.
It is super cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
We did it last year here, and people left and said, "Oh my gosh, this was a phenomenal event, and we had no idea how cool this was going to be."
No,
So it's
yeah.
hard to explain to you, but you get to be a winemaker for a night. There are like
Yes.
5 different varietals, and
It's so much fun.
you create the blend.
It's
and
so much fun.
Yeah, there's some great prizes, and I'm going to say it, stupid good food that goes
Oh,
with
yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
So we've got that. I think that's
We do
really
When is
cool.
that?
That is Thursday.
13th, 12th, 12th?
12th.
12th.
Whatever that Thursday is.
Yeah.
Whatever that Thursday is, that's getting ready to
Yeah.
go out on our social media.
Yeah.
So
I would say we have some wine dinners coming up too, but I think they're going to be over, well, or literally the next day after this comes out. So, but there are some wine dinners, and they need to just contact you and find out about your dinners.
there is a list that I do text because I find emails get lost. So yeah, definitely come into the store, ask to be added to the wine list. You just need to love wine, and yet different levels. You don't have advanced, entry level, and be over 21.
And we literally do have people who are, I love sweet wine. That's it. I only love sweet wine. And they come in every single tasting, and they keep telling me the same thing over and over. Well, I thought I only liked sweet wine, but I'm finding I like this as well. You know, I like a Chardonnay. I like whatever. But the only way to try it is come in
Gwen's
and,
food.
and
So
taste.
you try some new wine. Gwen prepares this little petite cuisine that goes with each of it, and then we explain why it works. And we always look for new things to try. So
Yeah, but her petite cuisine is
It's
all
phenomenal.
you need, because you get that little taste, and yeah, that's just
But you know what I love about our wine dinners is that people are a little intimidated to come into a wine shop a lot of times, and you go to the same old.
Yeah.
And so through this video, we're trying to expose you guys to some new fun things. But that night, you get to try 5, 6 wines that you might never have tried
Right.
before, and seeing, trying is believing. Once
Yes.
you've had them, then you're thinking,
Yeah.
maybe.
And we are trying this
Expand
one
my palate.
on the first one. It's in December, so this
Yeah.
will be one of the ones we taste out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of events you have in December that are coming up. You have like Scotch tastings. You have,
I do. I have a Scotch 101 class.
it's gonna be so much fun, and I'm gonna be there. So yay! But yeah, you have a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and so do you, Gwen.
And
And they need
Gwen,
to
yeah.
check out the links. We do finally have some of our social media up and going.
Yeah.
We do have our Facebook up and going.
Like us.
Like
on
us,
Facebook.
but oh yes, in
Follow us on Instagram.
and on YouTube, we're supposed to like, share, and subscribe.
Okay.
I had one. I was ready. Damn you, woman.
I was just hoping that you wouldn't look at me.
I've been practicing all week for that.
I was practicing all week from stealing it from you too.
No,
Hey.
so please share. These
Yes.
videos are here to help you. We're here, to help you select.
And we also have really good
New
time. We just
things.
sit and drink, and the three of us just love to hang out and chat.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
Chat. And
Agreed.
what else do we have for our studio audience here? Our
Glad
studio
you asked.
audience.
Speaking of gift giving, so we have one of our most amazing Patreon sponsors here tonight, and we
that
are
is really cool.
giving her a gift. It is a wooden cutting board with No Time to Cook's logo embossed in it, and it is perfect for serving cheeses and grapes and such. So thanks for being a sponsor, Krista.
And we do have some of our Patreon audience here, but they don't wish to be filmed, so we will respect.
So we're just
your
giving a
They've
wine.
been drinking
privacy.
a lot.
But they're over there just tips, and they're like, when's the next one?
So thank you guys.
We also want to mention we did meet another YouTube couple,
yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah.
Sailing Vessel Vagabond. They came in and did
Yes.
some fun stuff with us last month, and
I did find them. I liked them. So now I can see what they're doing. They live on a sailboat.
it's amazing, their life.
They're fun. They travel the world. They sail around the world. They're from Australia.
And they ended up
They're
here?
from Australia.
Right? They just sailed into our harbor a couple Sundays ago,
Came-
and you
yeah.
guys, stalked them and
Oh,
lured
yeah.
them in.
We
and
stalked them. We went and
We
tried
said
to
we
find
have
which
wine,
restaurant they were
come.
at, and yeah, we
literally
did.
Instagram them. We see you coming
Yes.
here, but no,
They
they're
were
a lot of fun.
They
lot
were
of
so
fun.
nice.
Yeah, they really were.
Such wonderful people.
Yeah,
And
so check
we-
them out. La Vagabond, right? On,
Yes.
on
Sailing
YouTube.
Vessel Vagabond.
Sailing Vessel
Yeah.
Vagabond. Yeah, you follow their journeys around the world.
And make sure to subscribe, like, and share for us. And we will see you guys in January when we
Yeah.
do fit wines, myths, and
Yeah. Are they really good for you or not?
Are they
Yes.
really skinny?
I don't know. So we got to do a little research.
We gotta do a
I think
little
we might
research.
have
So
to. It's gonna involve a little bit of.
We're gonna have to research.
enjoy your holidays, and we will